Hello world. I have some ideas, very interesting ideas, to make one or few collages. Unfortunately, I have no time to do it, and I will try to describe my ideas. Recently, I've shown you, I posted on iulie, or how it is named, for in Facebook I am not allowed to post anymore. And the ideas are the following. Some terrorist was given in Europe and in Romania, was given a political aspect, a political justification, a political normality. The terrorism and communism took the form of legitimate parties. For instance, I've shown you a video in which the leader of our party, considered an extremist party. We heard Ursula speaking of extremism in the European Parliament, suggesting there are extremists, there is extremist parties. There are extremist parties and extremists in the European Parliament, but how they got there? This is the question. How they got into European Parliament? What kind of feeling of disintegration, of degeneration, union is this without any significant body, organism, institution to understand, to digest people, traitors and spies and saboteurs like Orban, like Șoșoacă. I shown you recently on YouTube and on TikTok and on iulie or iulie a picture, and I posted a video from YouTube about the leader of our party assaulting, almost assaulting, showing a failed assault against the Romanian Minister of Energy, who rhetorically asked him to go to Putin to ask Putin to make lower the price of gas. And the man hurried to him, humiliated him, and made aggressive signs of a failed violent act. These things suggest Covor used to speak indirectly, seemingly only of Valer Marian, but indirectly to me and to my mother. So this our party and this Union sounds pretty much like an instigator. By nature, he is instigatory and instigative, and instigator by nature, by his nature, is always in big heat, in quarrel, arguing something. He should refrain his nature to seem otherwise. And I think his symbolic failed assault also justifies the political psychiatry, Turkish psychiatry from Satu Mare, and the police, the Turkish police, political police, corrupted police from Negrești-Oaș, who wrongfully classified my legitimate self-defense act as attempt of murder, to poison me countless years in the Romanian of Turkish blood county, Bihar or Bihor. These failed assaulting politicians suggest justification for provocators sent working for PSD, for the Minoriat Party, and these people who they defend with brothers imprisoned for real murder and released before the term by political changes, acts, Romanian, are related to assassinations and poisoning of the innocent mothers after 40 years of work. This legitimate constitutional party actually defends anti-constitutional assassinations for the constitution, the fundamental law of Romania, prohibits death penalty even in the guilty proven in courts, in judiciary, in institutions, not by lying gypsies, judged in the market by lying, rhetorical lying terrorists and gypsies. The Romanian constitution forbids the death penalty in the proven guilty in criminals. So this party and the Minoriat Party, who shown by Govor poisoning signs associated with biological weapons in the movie Prometheus of the traitor and saboteur Ridley Scott, the millionaire who nobody understands, whose treason and sabotage and terrorist influence nobody would, even the leaders Ursula and Rutte and Trump would not see such thing, would not understand, no matter how many arguments are given in this sense, they won't see such things. And we get to the political point where I am professor, I am licensed, I am intellectual and thinker and influencer. I not show my legs and my sexy body on TikTok. I don't dance. So, these seemingly legitimate party are actually anti-constitutional, are not legitimate parties. They have the aspect, a political aspect, a flavor of normality and legitimacy, but they are not legitimate. Was accused this Govor countless times in the local press, even by liberals, by the liberal leader Adrian Cosma, countless times, and in the press was accused. He tried to politicize the heads of the main institutions, the local institution from Satu Mare County, ANAF, the economical institution, the press. His son owns the local television, Nordwest TV. Police. He tried to appoint the head of police. So all these people appointed close their eyes to his crimes, and even more, they fabricate lies, accusations against his enemies or competitors, and kill innocent people. He is also accused of politicizing the health system, the local hospitals, the leadership of the hospitals, so they, for funds, kill innocent people, especially by minority physicians who break the constitution, violate the constitution of the country, which prohibits the death penalty and the torture and the detainment for political reasons. And the Oath of Hippocrates also forbids and prohibits the malpractice for political reasons, detainment and poisoning and sabotage for political reasons related to foreign, non-democratic, by geopolitics non-European forces. For the Europeans are democratic and Hungary is an anomaly. It's something anormal, non-normal by geography and politics. His regime of Orban was accused countless times, as shown in tables, of violating the fundamental values, that is the fundamental rules and principles, fundamentally democracy, by appointing the judges in the Constitutional Court to undermine the rule of law, by appointing people in the judiciary and legislative to hunt his competitors or enemies, or the Democrats, or the free press. He controlled the press. He reduced the time in elections to mass media of the opposition. He reduced the seats in the parliament to make fewer small parties, less opposition. He made the international, the foreign universities to leave Hungary, and all kinds. He violated all the main fundamental rules. He also was accused of hunting the dissidents and all kinds of things related to immigrants and sexual minorities. Anyway, so he was a traitor and a saboteur. I criticize them not only for historical reasons. I am not a man of a single communist reason. I criticized them for historical reasons, for serfdom and invading Europe, and then for their almost communist, hybrid, communist, authoritarian, politically non-European regime, and also, in the third place, for sabotage and treason, trying to undermine the unity of the European Union, trying to destroy the tie of USA and EU, trying to sabotage NATO, the joining of Finland and Sweden, and by blocking the economical sanction, by openly supporting Putin against Ukraine, and by being a very strong and intimidating, irrationally strong, communistly, not democratically strong, an intimidating voice in the European Parliament, who finally voted against his voting rights. That is, the man was raising his voice against, not with, the majority of the European Parliament, just like Șoșoacă, who expressed anti-EU and anti-NATO ideas before she was advanced to the European Parliament. She used to shout against the leader Ursula of the European Commission, against the clubs of the majority of the European Parliament. These are traitors. She expressed very clear anti-American ideas. She shouted to Ciolacu, go to Americans and lick their doorbell, for they appointed you here to sell Romania. So she also expressed and shouted to the press, to everybody, to presidents, to ministers, to Ursula. She expressed and she told Romanian televisions and press that she saved Russia. She spoke with Belarus in the favor of Russia. She saved Russia. What? You want me to save Washington too? So these are traitors. These are traitors who doesn't really support anti-constitutional, anti-democratic assassination and assaults. These terrorists and communists and extremists are given a political aspect, justificatory aspect. They are given an aspect of normality, of legitimacy, but they are not legitimate. They violate fundamentally democracy and the constitution, fundamentally violate the democratic rules of Europe. Fundamentally, they violate the democracy of Europe. Fundamentally, they violate and fool the democracy of Romania, of the country, violating the constitution, detaining and poisoning and killing innocent people. These people should not be allowed. This party should be destroyed. There are no institutions who can digest what these people and parties really are.